All right. Had to give it a second, make sure the CPU usage wasn't choking out. Man, went one of those days. All right. Welcome, Vicarious Mercenaries, Proxy Ninjas, and Pop Culture PhDs. I don't even know where to start. It's good to be back, for one. Let me start with that. But it is definitely, well, at least it was starting out as one of those days that I wanted to turn Limp Biscuits break stuff up to the most deafening volume possible, but it is rapidly turning into a night where I just want to crawl into the fetal position, start eating dog food, and putting crayons in a pencil sharpener. I don't even know where to start. So I can't even apologize for being late because there's been so many things beyond my control happening. Not to mention, this is supposed to be irregular hours anyway. It's just been the luxury that I've been able to manage nailing the 10:30 p.m. Eastern time block so regularly, minus a couple exceptions. So yeah, I'm gonna wax personal and probably grouse quite a bit tonight, but I'll get more to that in a second because I definitely want to get caught up on all the things that have been going on in the last week and a half. It has been bonkers. And yeah, we even just had a false start a couple minutes ago. I thought I had everything ready to go, only to realize the main content window wasn't working, which of course means resetting everything. So I'll get to that. But yeah, I think we're back in action, so let me get the usual stuff out of the way first. If you're new or returning, of course, welcome. This is the vanilla casual console experience, and we've been focusing on games. Can't even talk tonight either, so it's going to be a short night. Focusing on games that involve strategy, stealth, sandboxes, but most importantly, shenanigans, and we are getting all kinds of real-world shenanigans tonight. So, we've had better part of a week off, so it's been literally a week as of tonight. Since we did MechWarrior last week, I had to miss Sunday last week. It was just a more prudent to actually not have Thursday stream either because I won't give too much detail, but I ended up being out of town for a family event throughout most of the weekend, so that was why. As an absence, it's hard to believe went most of a year without actually missing streaming, at least on some weekend though. So I think that was our first official time being off. I know we've missed a Sunday one because of Last Land Standing, but for the most part, man, it's been a year straight of streaming every weekend at least. So yeah, let me do some of the number rundown stuff, get that out of the way. And I did have to make a checklist because there's just been so much happening. But for starters, I think we had a new follower on Twitch just last week around this time. And I know we got a new one popped in shortly thereafter. So that's a couple in the last week or two on Twitch. Much appreciated. Glad to have you. And we also got a new one over on Odysee. So Odyssee's a little bit more slower these days too. So I think Twitch and Odysee probably going to be duking it out. But of course, they still got a long way to go to catch up to Pilled. And YouTube. I appreciate our YouTube viewers out there. Love you guys, but I know at the same time, wherever the rest of your friends are at, I don't know, because YouTube is like the slow kid in the race. But I also forgot to mention here, so if you're not familiar with our normal programming, now that we're getting back to our normal stuff, we usually have our official outing on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern, and we've been working on Mercenaries 2 for the Xbox 360. And then, of course, we have, like this one, the late night edition or the after hours edition, whichever you prefer. And, of course, when this late night thing started, I was doing several nights a week, and it could have been anywhere from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. And because of hamster wheel shenanigans, I've just kind of locked it in at 10:30, but tonight is definitely a demonstration of what it's like to go back to that irregular thing, because we are virtually half an hour past the desired start time. So yeah, on Tuesdays we were working on MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries for PlayStation 4, and then getting back in the action again on Thursdays. We're doing Black for the original Xbox, although played on the Xbox 360 via backwards compatibility update. So yeah, check any of those out. We'd be glad to have you for watching us live, but we also appreciate if you're watching on the replay too. That's always awesome. So where to begin? Let me get some of the oh, you know what? Before I get to the current events, so speaking of Rec Room stuff and other programming things, so I do believe, as long as there hasn't been any alteration from our guests, we should have our third episode of Last Land Standing coming up here pretty soon. So right now it is March 12th, and the expected date for episode 3 Last Land Standing will be Saturday, March 23rd, And I believe the plan will probably stick to the 5 p.m. time block, so anticipate 5 p.m. on a Saturday if you want to check us out live while we're doing some goofy multiplayer shenanigans, best variety there is on Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. Also, as far as other things we've got going on around here at EMP, so it has been so busy that I have not been able to do a Patreon update for like a week. I have not been able to fix the soundboard. I have not even been able to splice the one recap I had last week from talking about the local event stuff. But let me talk about Firewall Protocol for a second. So I am definitely late this month. I only have about half my recording done, and I still have to work on editing and get the other recording done. So I'm not going to hit my middle of the month preferred release standpoint. So I'll have more updates that soon, but definitely got to update our backers. But my intent is still to get it all done. I don't like being late or missing any of that stuff, so I'm still going to push ahead and get that done. But I think that's it for as far as programming content. So let's talk about the fallout from the thing I rant. It wasn't a rant. I was just kind of recapping, something that happened within a few miles of my general vicinity, which was a big enough event to hit the national news. And that was what I refer to as the Michigan firestorm in Clinton Township, Michigan. And if you want to get into the full breakdown, I have that on MechWarrior 5, episode 54. And that's why I want to get split off, so it's just its own section, at least for YouTube and Odysee. Well, at least YouTube. Probably YouTube's the only one where I got the other videos. So what happened was there was this giant fire at this vape shop because they had illegally stored butane and nitrous oxide and any other number of things. So I had hoped last week to stop by and actually get a actual photo, and I finally did that today. And in the top picture there, you can see what is left of that building, and there's nothing there. I mean, it's scrap. I mean, it's interesting that even one of the cars on the right side of the picture is a husk. I mean, that thing got burned. But interesting that the cart hopper there only got marginally melted, so that's mostly standing, and then the rest of, I'm sure, is all vehicles of people working on investigation and all that kind of stuff. And then, as you can see in the lower right, that is the name of the company. Originally, they used to have that giant goo logo on the front of the building, but at some point they took that down. So when I first heard about which building it was, that's why there was a little confusion when I was hearing from local residents which building it was. I mean, I knew where immediately, but I didn't recognize it based on the name when I first saw it. So I think they either had no logo on the building at this point, or it may have been Select Distributors, which is a pretty generic name. But my understanding is it's definitely vape related. So that's kind of all I really have on that. But it was weird, and I talked about this last week, how it was surreal to be so close to an actual event like that. And I had almost another one in the same week that not nearly of any great significance. I'm no stranger to politics. I mean, I don't track stuff anymore for various reasons, and I'm not going to get into a political diatribe or anything here, so don't worry. But I was at an airport, and I didn't quite know the individual. Well, actually, let me talk about my political stuff here and why I don't actually track much anymore. So a couple years ago, I was more active into local politics, and I even went to a local county meeting. And it reached the point where it was a room full of grown adults shouting at each other. You had backstabbing going on from one side and verbal and vocal backlash coming from the other. And I realized the point of, like, if this is what's going on locally, I really have next to no interest of being attached to much anymore. But at the same time, by being part of that, I was around some local politicians and even saw one that had been a national candidate. I've even been to another major election thing. So I'm not, like I said, I'm not a stranger to that, but to me, it's not a big deal. I've also, because of all my convention travels, I've even been in proximity to some celebrities and stuff. So I'm not somebody who's easily starstruck. But it was kind of interesting that when I was at the airport leading into the weekend, there was somebody who was a local newscaster who must have recognized somebody, family or otherwise, but he sure was talking to them quite a bit as he was exiting his plane. And I hear him talking about how there was a bunch of people from our state who were just coming back from the State of the Union And he was rattling off a few names, which I recognized from a local politician standpoint. And then, sure enough, there was a couple that came off the plane. One of which was a local representative. The other one is our attorney general, and we have a state administration that is absolutely awful. I'll just kind of leave it at that. And so I got a couple pictures, but I'm not going to post them just because thinking about what it's like to be, I don't consider myself an influencer, but to be in that position, which you can't really travel or go anywhere, it is part of your job. But at the same time, as much as, my gut impression is like yelling a bunch of expletives or something, I don't think it would be, I don't know. I just don't think it's appropriate to not have respect for those who do live in a glass house, so I'm not going to really get into that. But it was just kind of interesting that, for traveling a lot, the airport's not exactly the place where I've really run into people, even people I know. And, years ago, I even had a much wider social circle of contacts through martial arts or any other number of things. And it's just interesting that I happened to be there at the time when some people of national status were passing by. And managed a couple incognito pictures, but, that is what it is. So nothing too fancy. So with everything else going on, man, it has felt like this day has been a Bugs Bunny routine of dodging, flying knives and hand grenades and bricks and moving in every direction. Because with being gone, I had to get all of the studio technology set back up. I thought I was ready to go. Cables were in another room. Had to get those reattached. And then had to get all the platforms set up. Had a false start. And that was all on top of having to be 10 minutes late on account of the hamster wheels. So I do not wax personal very often, but unfortunately, given I was half an hour late tonight, I'm going to do so tonight. So I'm not going to say what I do. It's just that I have this hamster wheel, which is physical, and it does not compensate well at all. But it is not a complicated one. And part of the challenge is the institution that I work for seems to not understand that if you have an undesirable hamster wheel, you need to throw more money at it in order to make it desirable. But they haven't connected that feature out yet. So what they've started to do is bring in outside help, which means kind of like a vendor or a contractor or something. And the problem is, if you're bringing in outside help and you're going to pay them to do what nobody else wants to do, you would think there's some level of professionalism and experience and being ready to go. But no, unfortunately, I'm then having to show the ropes of the hamster wheel to people who should know how to do it, or at least be trained by their own institution. But no, instead, I'm barely able to get my hamster wheel running done when I'm trying to show them how to do the exact same thing. And I want to just be like, it's a hamster wheel. You get on it, you run out for the desired period of time, and then you get off the hamster wheel. So it's just this weird hamster wheel rat race, whatever expression you want to use. But yeah, there was some last minute stuff related to that, and it's even more concerning. So I have mentioned in the past, I come from a technology and a software background, and none of that is needed in what I'm doing for a physical labor job. And it's interesting that with the quality of candidates coming into do this assistance on a hamster wheel are getting lost in a building that is shaped like a square. So if you can understand my frustration for already not being compensated well enough for running on a hamster wheel and in suffering potentially lasting physical damage from it, not being compensated for it, and then have to show somebody else to do it, it wears on you. So I think that's about, the most I want to say on it, because again, I try not to be negative. I don't find that to be very professional. Of course, I don't want to say too much about the organization or speak poorly of any particular individual, but it's just a compounding situation that, like I said, that was the reason wanting to get into this whole break stuff concept, because it has been dodging things left and right. As a whole, though, it was nice to get a few days away. But it was nonstop activity. So going from being proximity to a disaster last week, getting sick from on account of stress, and then travel and not getting any time to recuperate, and now back into this, it has been one bonkers week, and I am definitely ready to get back into the saddle of just doing this just for some output. But I think it's about time to get going. I have nothing else on my notes. I think I covered everything, but want to get you caught up to speed. And I appreciate that you've been here for the better part of a year for those of you who've been watching. And we're going to keep going and get some stuff done. So we are on episode 55, back to Scrubsville. So what does that mean? I don't know. I think after my memory finally jogged itself, I recall, 1 second here, that we finally got that Taurian Concordat mission done. I believe we got the Marauder out of that, and that was in the boonies of the House Davion / Comstar region, and we're then headed back to take up some other quests, and we've still been fighting the battle of keeping cash coming and going, especially with all the fuel expenses and the repairs. But we're going to try and get some lower level stuff knocked out, and we're back in the game's original starting territory. And I don't really have a game plan. It's just a matter of get back in the action, and I'm okay with it being not too specific. But I think that's all I can say about it. We'll get into the action here, and of course, get you some audio. And I didn't save it. I must have just let the autosave do its thing. Also, unfortunately, I'm on the very weak caffeine sauce. I feel like I need something much stronger for a night like this, but we'll make do with what we have. So how much time did I spend rambling there? Probably over 10 minutes. Somebody time me. I need like the 30-minute warning card. Somebody's sitting in the studio. Let me know. You've rambled long enough. So I guess this is a memory refresher. You know, a couple episodes ago, the focus had been to try to get this Thunderbolt. But we've only succeeded in killing a couple, but not actually being able to collect one to get this other job knocked out. So we're still struggling there, and we're probably in the wrong area to even find one. So where are we at on the star map? So I must have stopped at an industrial hub while intending to go take this one on. So this is actually a level 10, but this is one of the older quests. So we'll have to take some easy stuff on along the way. I probably didn't do repairs in it. Does not look like it. So, okay, so our cicada's down here. This junker is going to cold storage so we can sell it later when we feel like it. Let's get our... So I can't remember. I know we used the Marauder. I don't know how impressed I was with it. We'll at least get it repaired. Yeah, we can handle 23,000. The Sherman tank, we let somebody use that. Looks like it's good to go after 44k worth of damage fixes. I was going to say something else. Oh yeah, so we've got our quarterly payment coming up here in 70 days. That's already above 50% of what we have left, so we definitely need to get some cash rolling. We're not making very good progress on these Cantina jobs either. We're struggling to get the Demolishers, the J. Edgars, Stalkers we're not finding. Finally found a couple Thunderbolts, and it's still taking forever to get this SRM2 Tier 3. So they're not being generous with the cash, or the things we need to get the cash. Let's check the news here. I don't know if this says anything fun. This is the reason I haven't read this stuff. I know a couple episodes I saw something about a new mech announcement, but yeah, that one, the Marauder 2. Normally, it's like, okay, a bunch of virtual political things, don't care, moving on. So that's why we haven't spent much time with that. Nor do I think you would be entertained by me reading it. I mean, if you're a lore-heavy individual, fantastic. No problem with that. But trying to, you know, diversify the audience here. I don't think I really enjoy reading it either. So I don't think if I don't enjoy it, I probably wouldn't. Hard to say. So, okay. I think we need to fly away from the hub. And there is no hero mech. And we can't even afford a hero mech. Oh, goody, my favorite. I love it when AI does the pathfinding. See, look at this. Once again, instead of taking a direct flight, we go from New York all the way down to Houston, and then up to Juneau, Alaska, and then out to Hawaii, and then eventually St. Louis. It's like, good grief. That should have been direct, but no, it's not. So targeted kill is pretty simple. We'll try that. Even this one's doing the same thing. Should be direct or at least a 2-hop, but no, they're throwing extra points in there. Okay, let's go do this, get some action going, because you've heard me prattle for long enough now. Unfortunately, I discovered the hard way that I was not able to keep the pilled window live to see viewer count. Switching off the software ends up ratcheting up the CPU, which of course leads to choppy stream. Alright, one contract, real easy, 160. We can probably like run 2 mechs into that one. Let's get a save going, because I am prone to forget. Might have to delete a couple here. Not the camel. Ketesville. To a Dumb and Dumber sketch trying to pretend to read. Nope, did that wrong. Alright, let's get this contract rolling. Ooh, lots of points. 1 damage coverage. Max out that salvage. Just in case we find a Thunderbolt. Oh, wow, we can't... Oh, goody, we can take an airstrike. Not that we really care.
Mind the weather, Commander. It'll compromise your
Check
visibility.
that out. We're ready to go. 80 and 80. With Mahoney on support. Saves a lot of deliberating about which mech to take out. Yeah, that caffeine's gonna go quick. Flat-footed in the snow.
Intel is spotty on this one. Our best estimates put the target at any one of the marked locations on the map. You'll have to get eyes on the target before we can identify them. Someone wants this one dead, and we're happy to oblige. Airstrike support has been granted, Commander. Approach the target area to call them in.
It's nice to have an open cockpit, but 64 kilometers an hour is always a downer. Okay, so we had a battery of lasers here. We got 3 large and 2 medium. Let's see how effective this is in a direct confrontation scenario. Oh look, they must have given us the slip, Commander. They're not here. Dollars to donuts, she's gonna say something like that.
I'm not seeing our targets at this location. Make way to the next nav point. We might have more luck there.
Wasting my time, Rihanna. Wasting my time. Mech down there. Not that we care. Mahoney, are you aboard yet? Wow, makes it look like I'm walking even slower in this mode. Good job.
There they are, Commander. Take them out, and let's get the hell out of here.
Them? I only see one. Yeah, it's a Shadowhawk, not a Thunderbolt.
Tango down.
What are you shooting at over there? Man.
Guy. Good job.
Is that
Now
it?
let's pack it in before their friends arrive.
Let's wait for their friends.
Additional forces are being deployed.
Ain't no
in
scare.
Union.
New target, Commando.
Oh, not the commando. Yeah? Because you're a little outmatched. There. Get some. I don't feel that. Alright, where's the other two?
Target destroyed. Target acquired.
There we go. Oh, this one finally came to the party. Ran all the way across the map after us. Flying watermelon.
Target destroyed.
Splattered watermelon. Didn't even get to use my airstrike. Alright, we had a disconnect. Hopefully didn't miss anything important. Of course it happened in proximity to me actually checking stuff, so again, might be my fault. CPUs is fine, it seems like. We're as mythical as ever. Alright, yeah, we can pick up some garbage mix. Wow, let's clean this place out. So we can't get both. We'll take the more expensive one and then just take whatever's left. Including the claw. We're gonna have to do a selling run here pretty soon. Okay. That does not look like the quest I remember. Is that, we're still going the right place? Yeah, I guess so. Did we? Oh, so it's on a part 3. We must have started that a while back. Okay. Spotty memory. Let's go destroy something on the way. There's a demolition contract. We'll pay for our repairs while we're here. Get this garbage out of my mech bay. Yeah, it'll cost more, but I don't feel like flying out of the way to do it. Alright, we haven't really taken these guys on yet. Ooh, it's just outside of the boundary. Plus it's scorched earth. We don't care. And how many days is that? 27 days, just ahead of our quarterly payment. Maybe we'll do a couple. Maybe we'll knock all those out. Let's see what we find. The fluid situation continues. Contracts, Warzone, Demolition, whatever. 160? Okay, well, let's do the demo thing. Let's do a demo. Alright, so all this stuff is pretty useless. We'll get the damage coverage, but we can only max out the... Yeah, who cares about the C-bill payment? Maybe we'll remember to fire off the airstrike.
Extreme weather warning is in effect, Commander. You'll have limited visibility out there and have to contend with sensor malfunctions.
This one. So that still leaves 40 points. Who wants to... No, not Junior Ding Dong. He doesn't need to roll out. Or deploy. So I guess I would never dismiss Serena, the Dark One. Captain Morgan hasn't been out in a while. Let's see if he wants to go. What we got for 40? The Cicada. I guess just the Cicada. Run circles around it. I could do Blackjack if I bumped Mahoney down by 5. Could give her the catapult. Cause well, I can't give him my Blackjack. That's the Cicada. Yeah, he can do that. Much better. Definitely some extra scrubby missions tonight.
Attention. Prepare for battle act departure. Warning. Hangar doors opening. Stand clear.
We got an empty mech bay over here.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Alright, what do we got?
Who wants this urban center wiped off the map? This is going to be a dirty one, Commander. Let's just get this over with. Our employer reports airstrike support is inbound on your position. You should be able to call it in shortly.
Yeah, let's just airstrike the place and be done with it. We are about ready to accept the payload on behalf of...
Mobile units on the move. There it is. I'll leave the rest of the demolition job up to you, Commander. Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up.
Alpha 1-1, this is Sierra 2-1. Coordinates confirmed. Sierra 2-1 out.
Let's watch.
You there, unknown battleman. You are trespassing into Draconis territory. Do not hesitate to open fire.
Oh.
Enemy destroyed.
That took about 25%. Still dropping.
Keep on smashing. That's close enough.
Guess maybe I'll do that to save myself some time in the future.
Cargo acquired.
And get on with our smashing. So it's got at least a good 30%. Crispy is how they referred to them.
Keep going.
It's not a very big one. Move it, Captain Morgan.
This area is on its last legs, Commander. Just one final push, and then we can all go home.
We don't care about VTOLs. They're not on the job list. What acquisition? I wouldn't have put acquisition inside the boundary, would I? good,
That's it,
because we'll get to do
Commander.
more of
You
it later.
completely destroyed this area. Great work. Best get to the evac point now, before more reinforcements arrive.
Not while leaving cash on the floor.
Brilliant. Payload acquired.
2-1 down.
Let's get you out of there, Commander. Stand by.
Take that, rocks. This is about the time I'm supposed to say something witty to interject the long pause, but I got nothing. Alright, a panther we don't care about, but we can sell it. And I guess we'll take that. And we'll just overpay for repairs. I guess we'll just hang on to all these garbage mechs for the sake of a collection job eventually. So we just made our quarterly payment, so I'm trying to build back up here. You know what? If we're in friendly territory, let's see if we are or not. Indifferent, so we'd break even on stuff we'd sell here. I wonder, rather than hang on to it, do I want to sell anything? Especially the newly acquired crap. Okay, so I don't want to get rid of this assassin. That's the melee one. And multiple awesomes. Banshee. See, that one's got to be a recent acquisition because it's in garbage shape. Ooh, lots of cicadas. Don't need lots of cicadas, especially of that variety. So let's sell the worst. You look worse. And a 2B, huh? You get extra fire starters. Lots of extra fire starters. We got multiples here. Okay, sell the junky one. Sell the junky one. Grand Dragon. Hunchback, watermelon. We got watermelons of different types. Generators that we don't care about. Different Kintaros. 2 Locust. Alright, so we got duplicate Panthers. Get rid of the junk one. That brought us up a little bit. I got 2. I guess I forgot already. We had 2 different hero urbans. So classy. Okay. I don't know what the purpose of that was, other than just to make sure we got enough for flying around. Look, more solids. Alright, so because it saves us flying anywhere, and we are spending money on repairs, let's do perhaps these other missions. I think some war zones just shooting stuff. I gotta make it roll again with a fire starter. Airstrike. Yeah, 1 on the coverage. Max. No, max this first. Well, that's it. Okay. Apparently, I still need to work on my missile game, considering that's the only category I'm not maxed out in yet. It's that long, awful, awkward silence.
Attention. Prepare for battle-like departure. Warning. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
It's even been like a week since I've been able to touch any artwork or anything either.
Sensors
It's
online.
enough to put me into a depression.
Online. All systems nominal.
Alright, let's do this. Oh, it's behind us.
Already
Of course.
engaged with hostile forces. Their survival is not our priority, but there's always safety in numbers in a combat zone. We should do what we can to help them out. They will make earning our combat bonus all the easier the longer they stay in the fight. Our employer reports airstrike support is inbound on your position. You should be able to call it in shortly.
Alright, what's the other one? A helicopter? A tank?
Oliver, this is Sierra 2-1. Be advised, we are in the air and awaiting your orders. Sierra 2-1, out.
Target destroyed.
Commander, you've got the Ops Force's attention. They are converging on your position. Brace for hostile contact.
Meh. If I feel like it. Whoa! That had a heavy audio drop.
Never gets old.
Target acquired.
Additional contacts just crossed the perimeter, Commander. Expect company soon.
Target destroyed. New target Phoenix Hawk.
Where are you going? You're looking at the wrong target.
Target destroyed.
Next.
Recon reports additional forces entering the engagement area, Commander. Be on the lookout for them.
Do I look like a scout to you? Here to do recon for you for your amusement?
New target fire started.
Additional tangos en route to your position, Commander.
Ah. Perhaps the out of 10 number will give away. We're only at 6 and 7 out of 10.
Target acquired.
Target eliminated.
Thank you. 2 more.
Target acquired.
Dull, boring SRM carriers.
Target
1 left.
destroyed.
Alright, where is the last one? Where's the pack? Play. This.
That's all the kills we need, Commander. Stay as long as you like. The pickup is available at the extraction site when you're ready.
A party this exciting, how could I dare break myself away from it? This way, kiddies. This way. Let's play follow the leader.
Victory is ours, Commander. Prepare for evac.
Extra sea bills, 0. Hours of boredom prevented, 5. Experience may be subject to scale. Well, not a fantastic 1.5 mil, but we'll take it. So we already got one of those. We already got one of those, so we do have a Phoenix Hawk. That's lovely. Can't afford that one. Nah. Alright. Repairs. Junket. Alright, what's this last contract? Targeted kill. I think that should just be 1. Oh, but we're bumping ourselves down. Oh, go damage coverage, all shares. Ugh, man. Pointless.
Careful, Commander. The sensors are malfunctioning due to the weather, and your visibility on this mission will be compromised as well.
Alright, who do I want to take? What's destructive? Battlemaster. Alright, Serena, what do you want here? Too much? You gotta come down to a 60. What do we have for the lady at 60? Rifleman, but what did I put on that? The Gausses. Alright. Let's hope you can't keep up so you can't mess it up. And let's save before I deploy. Tarkio. Not to be confused with Tokyo. Alright, let's do that.
There's a
Gotta
good
start
chance
making
our
notes so I can
targets are
remember what
split
sound
up
bites I
in
want
order
to use.
evade us. The more
when I get
locations
time.
on the map are the most likely areas where we'll find them. Be careful, as they have many supporters in the area that are more than willing to die for their cause.
Rihanna, let's not speak of this most likely in intel situation of yours. It never goes in your favor. Simply involves us walking more than necessary. Look at this
See no
map.
targets at this
Again.
location. Make way to the next nav point. We might have more luck there.
So procedural generation again. Here we go. So the map looks like it's broken into 9 tiles, and of the 3 of the 4 corners of those tiles all have the same structural layout that with
New target locked down.
the canyon wall kind of set up.
Target destroyed.
That would include the mech itself, there, guy. It's just easier to like take the thing down with one shot, so that way you can salvage everything on it.
Target neutralized.
All right, Rihanna, how's your intel on this one? Oh, they give us the slip.
I'm showing nothing on scopes that can be identified as our targets. We'll have to move on to the next nav point.
I'd prefer to wander around, let them come to us.
Target destroyed.
Love having a
Threat eliminated.
6 laser battery.
Target acquired.
Who's that in the woods? Panthers belong in the jungle, not the forest. Didn't you ever see Jungle Book?
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Rihanna would be like, oh, this is the last nav point, still can't find them.
New target cracked. Target
I've
acquired.
got readings on all of our targets. Take them out before more hostiles converge on your position.
Target destroyed.
Oh, looked like a mech doing vertical lift there for a second. Alright, so this targeted kill actually has 3. The other one only had 1. It's weird, because this was a lower tonnage mission. Who ordered the deep fried crab?
He's going critical. I must eject.
Oh, by all means, please do, just not near me.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
Captain Weaver.
Air unit receiving heavy fire.
New target
Oh,
Phoenix.
you're limping. You lost a leg, fool.
I have failed you, House Kulita. Forgive me.
No, you die in
Target
dishonor.
is down. Kill confirmed.
Explosive kill, Commander.
Alright, Rihanna, get us out of here.
Destroyed.
Where's the other one?
Target destroyed.
Oh, that's nice. These guns aren't operable, shaking the screen all the crazy. Alright, where are you? You're not it.
Target destroyed.
Ah, your mechanical BFF was a flea.
right, Commander. Let's get you out of here now.
Yes, let's. This planet now bores us. Well, it bored us before, but
Combat
at least it
vehicle
was
rolling
pain.
in. Be sure to take it apart.
Really? It's on the list.
One down.
Which one was it? The J. Edgar? Looks like it was a J. Edgar finally. And what, a VTOL
Target acquired.
harasser?
Wrecked.
Destroyed.
Get PTSD from these turrets. Let's just clear them out anyway. I don't think I'm gonna make the full 2 hours tonight. That's especially that late start. Alright, 11, and we can't afford the pelvis mech. Guess we'll take all these spare parts. I don't need those, but we'll take the machine gun, yes. Alright, let's fly out of here. We gotta get on to this other mission. So we're released up to 10 mil. That's helpful. And if we can hit a hub, we'll repair there. Let's go see what's up here. Throw away an affordable hero mech at us, please. Don't make us sell the single heat sinks until the game crashes. Just thought of something. We got anything else opening up yet? Man, there should be more content way out here. I'm just surprised I haven't unlocked it yet. Alright, no hero mech, just parts, cantina, rare weapon. All these targeted kills here, too. Is this demolition? No, it's scorched earth. It's unfortunate. How about this one? Scorched earth. Disapprove of your scorched earth. Alright, so what about... I guess I might as well do the repair since here. I don't know if they're more favorable or not. I don't know if it would matter on the cost. Well, let's check and find out who likes us more.
I've seen it all. Now, I want to get paid for it.
Faction standings. So, Karita says +4 negotiation points. Davion is +0. So, if anything, it would be cheaper to repair over in the next industrial hub. So we shall do that. I don't do much stat management like that very often, but hey, if it saves us a few bucks, why not? To me, that's like playing a massive RPG in the Elder Scrolls realm and then throwing all your stats into economics. Like, sweet, I get 5% every time I make a purchase. Sound like a Visa card. Which to me does not make for a very entertaining video game. Alright, now let's get some repairs done. Actually, just out of curiosity, does it show the discount? So, oh yeah, we get 20% off. So actually, I stand corrected. I flew over here, it wouldn't have mattered. The repair cost is the same. There's no up or down. I think that's only if you're in the battle zone. The difficulty actually affects how much more you gotta pay. So, that wouldn't have mattered. Oh well. What do they have here? Not
I've
Thunderbolts.
seen it all. Now, I want to get paid for it.
I haven't checked the equipment in a while. Get some interesting AC-10 stuff. Ooh. Nothing we want. find it. Alright, let me do a save here, and I think it's time to do some unloading some other garbage. Let's delete one. Marduk. Of course, they had to get their Babylonian and Sumerian, Assyrian, whatever references in there. Okay. Market. So let's see how many piles of junk we can sell without causing an issue here. Oh, look at all this SRM ammo. So 20% off, does that mean we get 20% more? So if we got 21, 685, be 7706. Yeah. Guess the it only applies to actual discount, not an actual markup on sales. Unless it's already factored into the price. So we got 274 single heat sinks. I think we got a couple more than we need. Not gonna mash on the button though. Alright, what else we got a surplus of? Some we do, some we don't. I'm not selling the double heat sinks, those typically come in handy. Gotta be some lasers and stuff in there somewhere. So if we got 27 of these, definitely not a high priority. We got plenty of the others. These are level 2s. So that's one we're still trying to find one more. Small lasers, what we got? So we don't need the dinky ones. PDC still working on building up there. Narcs, yeah, we definitely don't have a ton of them. I guess we'll just get rid of the bottom one. Rifle don't need the bottom one. Machine guns don't need the bottom one. Burst lasers definitely don't need the bottom there. Don't need those. Oh, it's so cute. It's just a widow guy. AKA useless laser. Alright, we'll probably leave most of this alone for now. Single digits. Leave that alone. Keep going. What we got? So our solid slugs. We got 5 doubles, 2s, something else. Okay. Moving on. Heavy rifles. Enough 3s. We can get rid of that. Oh yeah, we go all the way up to 5. Okay, Gausses. Yeah, I'd say we got enough. Let's sell some of these bad boys. EMS. If we got enough of the others, we don't need those. Definitely don't need those. Okay, well, at least we added about, what, 2 or 3 mil to the bank. So they didn't throw any mech at us, so I guess let's just go get our target mission and see what happens after this. And then see if we got time for a little bit more or not. I was gonna say, spare you all the boring stuff, but who doesn't like classes in mechanomics? Can't believe I haven't run across that one yet. quote Jay Jones. Jay Jones. I want a quarter every time someone says it. What we got for contracts? Ooh, it's a 75. That's interesting. Okay. Extra solar moon night. Alright, well, we got an autosave on the way in. It's got some tonnage. Let's roll with this. So keep the damage around here. Let's definitely get some salvage going. Gotta get a Thunderbolt here somewhere. Alright, it's a little too much, though. There would be a beat-up Thunderbolt. Yeah, I don't want to go too well in the damage coverage if we're doing a face-off here. Alright, let's go. Yep, we're a little under tonnage right now. Alright, so who is our high-ranking? So, Van Dyke and Streeter. So I think Streeter's our highest rank there. Only still 49. Now we got anybody to pick from. Hebert and Morgan. One just has the mask, the other does not. A lot of 43s and stuff. We're gonna have to start purging some of these guys because they're kind of chewing our quarterly payment too. Captain Atkinson here is kind of dull. Let's actually dismiss him later. Hinton's not too impressive. Yeah, these 39s are kind of dead weight. We'll come back to them. 61 days, so it won't fire before we go. Mansfield can go. Especially since we got Serena. It's the same person as... Yeah, it is the same. Not even a color tone difference. Alright, Morgan. We'll bring you along. So, I suspect we may not be able to get the Atlas fielded, but let's start, see what happens here. No, you're not taking that in there. You can have Dervish or Kintaro? No, Kintaro. It's a Dervish. Alright, if we give you a Warhammer, what do you get? Ooh, still short. Okay. Let's bring you up to Atlas level. So I did finally deck that out. That's been decked out. Oh, this has not been decked out. That's not even what I'm thinking of. It must have been the Kintaro. Had better missiles or something. I can either go with the Maul or that. Oh, maybe it's the Archer. That's the missiles. Okay. So we still got more room here. How about a Cyclops? Oop, we're over. Alright, bring you down to an 85. Hatamoto Chi ought to fit the bill. Oh, that's 500. Ah, close enough. Alright, here we go. Let's take this difficulty of 75 and stick it in a hole on Moon Planet. The joke's getting worse as I just shoot from the hip here. I'll stop.
Okay, Commander. The Mystery Attackers Logistics Center is just ahead. Our job is to kick up as much of a shitstorm as possible to draw them out and keep them distracted while Samantha infiltrates the data server. Make a good show of force, but be sure to fall back once all the main objective marks are destroyed.
What is this? Cyberpunk in space?
Target destroyed.
Scary Phoenix Hawk.
Nice shooting. That cockpit is a mess.
It has been perforated. We got a nice long map with a canyon wall in our way.
There.
Ah, Jagger, finally.
Destroy it.
Yes. Only need 10 more of those. Not all asteroids are created equal.
I got it.
Some are big, some are small. Yep. Part of this map's got some identical points on it, too. Gone are the days of handcrafted levels. Kind of like those paint-by-number pictures. Giving the illusion that children are artists. Alright. So break left after doing this. Heck, you know what? We're gonna have to come back this way anyway. Let's do the extreme one. Ah, there's a lot of company down there. Look at all that.
New target Phoenix Hawk. Incoming missile.
Don't talk to me unless it's a Thunderbolt.
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
This little uplink.
Objective down.
Alright, where'd the mechs all go? There they are. That's right, took your arm off.
Incoming missile.
And I shot you in the back. And I shot you in front. Ooh, there's a lot of red now. Shadowhawk. Oh, a bunch of here somewhere.
Target Locust.
Next. Is that a Vulcan?
Incoming missile. Target acquired.
Yep. Get out of here. Ooh, Morgan in rough shape. Getting swarmed. A lot of red. Of course it's
Never
Morgan.
gets old.
More red popping up. There's it all in the middle.
Target down.
Target destroyed.
Alright, let's thin out some of this heat.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, there's some big stuff here. Charger. Yeah, they brought some heavies for us. Oh, that's right, I got some missiles. There you go. In the red a little bit. That's not good. That's right, this was difficulty 75, which I've not been taking very seriously.
Target mech is toast.
Target destroyed.
Our employer wants this area cleared of all tanks.
All tanks. Yeah,
Target acquired.
yeah,
Target
these
destroyed.
buzzards are a problem.
Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Oop, that's a demolisher. Okay, I'll take it.
Target destroyed.
Morgan, no dying. I don't have to redo this.
Target destroyed. Incoming missile.
That thing's gonna explode.
Walk away from it. Just because it's a car accident doesn't mean you stick your nose in it.
Acquired.
Tango down.
Target destroyed.
Alright, hopefully by clearing up that mess means we're not chasing us and causing an unneeded injury. Oh, where's that coming from?
Tango down.
Alright, what do they got up over here? Is that it?
Target acquired. Incoming missile.
That's one target down.
Right.
How are you faring on your end, Samantha?
I've almost made it to the data vault. Whatever you're doing, it's working. They're moving on to your location. I just need you to buy me some more time.
Time.
Those other installations.
That's all you can do here, Commander. It's time to fall back.
Okay, good.
Commander, incoming message from Samantha.
Nice job with your diversion back there. You're a natural. I was able to extract exabytes worth of encrypted data from these guys. It's still in the decryption process, so no
Oh,
worries.
I lost an arm. Oh no, it's a redo.
Just yet. One thing that
I shouldn't have been hanging out there. I didn't even realize. Oh, wait. No, it shouldn't have been a redo. It's expendable. Oh, I'm an idiot. What's kind of weird, though, is that, you know, they must have had the audio scripted to that one base because it's like we had no contact with her up until that one. And then if we're expected to hold ground, it's like, well, then we would have gone after the second two installations. But because we did those first, jumped right to the victory dialogue. I got sloppy and dopey. It was a redo. It's not a redo, but it has to be a redo now. Yeah, so at best, I'm flying out of here, see what our next mission is afterward.
Okay, Commander. The Mystery Attackers Logistics Center is just ahead. Our job is to kick up as much of a shitstorm as possible to draw them out and keep them distracted while Samantha infiltrates the data server. Make a good show of force, but be sure to fall back once all the main objective marks are destroyed.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She did give some advice, apparently. I kind of failed to pay attention to that advice. So we'll actually have opposition here, then have to go deal with a bunch in the middle. Buzzers. Buzzer beater. Oh, did I? Didn't say you could do that.
That must be one of the tanks we're
Ouch.
contracted for.
Target destroyed.
Target is down.
Target acquired. Target destroyed.
This one's fucking fine.
Target destroyed.
All right. My right arms are in the red again. Not good. They did better by going the wrong way. Set a trap for you, made it extremely difficult off the start. See?
I've
Yep,
almost made
it's
it to the
linked to
data
that
vault.
one.
Whatever you're doing, it's working. They're moving on to your location. I just need you to buy me some more time. Take out those other installations.
So I wonder, would that have prevented this drop ship, or was that a part of it? What we got?
Charger.
No, they were dropped in. Yeah, we got more buzzers. At least we got the high ground right now.
Target eliminated.
Alright, where'd the charger go?
Got another one.
Oh, from behind. Oh, there he is. Yes, popping up.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target destroyed. Target destroyed.
No charge, no mo.
New target locust.
No threat here.
Target acquired.
There it is. Take it.
Target destroyed.
Quick warning. Odysee.
Target acquired. Entity missile. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
So at least we don't have the assault mechs dropping in on us this time with these guys. I still gotta keep my right arm from getting blown off. Alright, bots, get up here. Play meat shield.
Target acquired.
Got it.
Target destroyed.
Target destroyed.
Alright, last one. Hit it from the outside.
Good work, Commander. That's one less target. That's all you can do here, Commander. It's time to fall back. Commander, incoming message from Samantha.
Nice job with your diversion back
Oh,
there.
there's a charger.
You're a natural. I was able to extract exabytes worth of encrypted data from these guys.
Oop, that
It's still
peppered.
in the
Oh,
decryption
that better not be an ammo
process,
explosion. I'm
so
going.
No word on who's responsible for the attack on my father just yet. One thing that is clear is that this data was sourced from deep within confined space. So that'd be a good place to start looking.
Combined space. There may be more at play here than we realized, Commander. Let's regroup and see what turns up in that data.
Enemy destroyed.
So I can't recall a possibility that
We'll
maybe
come up
this
to the
one needs
treasure
the
to pick
ag
it up.
port. I don't remember.
That's close enough. Ready to start pickup operation.
Yeah, at least we get some extra money this time.
We'll be sure to put that ammo to good use.
Didn't catch if we actually got the J. Edgars, though. Is this the easiest way through here? Really? Rihanna's idea. Okay, so that means there's going to be a part 4. I don't even remember what happened in part 1 and 2. So, given the disconnect stuff and whatever, I think it's going to be a wrap here pretty soon. Not having the energy to go through another thing, plus have possibility of losing stuff. Alright, yep, couldn't get either of those when I cared. Come on, give us one of those we're looking for. Losers. Boring. See, yes, I'm 2s, but it's only level 2s. Dang it. How did I miss? Oh, we did sell some of this, right? Okay. Let's grab some of these level 3s, whatever they are. For 2 points. I guess we're up to those. 10% on damage. Heavy fog detected in mission. Alright, we'll accept. Probably not the Agincourt one then, because I don't remember that having fog. Alright, where's she sending us? Out in the boonies. Alright, just for fun, we'll fly up here, see if we can find a hero mech, get repairs started, and then fly back. And then save, and then exit. Alright, repair. Survey says, what is with them being stingy on hero mechs now? Alright, we'll check the equipment and then fly up there. Hey, the level 2 that we already have a ton of. And nothing. No Thunderbolt. Got to get one of the Black Knights one of these days. I need all the corresponding Monty Python quotes to go with it.
I know your story,
Okay.
and I'm ready to be of assistance, Commander.
I don't care. Okay, Mansfield, get out of here. I don't know why I got you, unless it was just for the mask before we got Serena or what. Atkinson, we don't care. You're a 39. Whitmore, don't care. Unless it did so for the voice, don't remember. Bye-bye. Hinton. I think he was kind of our voice replacement for O'Keefe. O'Keefe Van Dyke. Hebert was probably from the mask. Bugs Bunny over here we still haven't finished, but he's a 47. Serena we got maxed out. Cat Morgan's still working on it. Cat Mahoney ain't going anywhere. Cat Minton, he's a 50, but we haven't maxed him. Streeter. Abe was a quest one. We'll hang on to him for the moment. So was Ari Fuji, as was Otani. Captain Hummel, I can't remember. It's probably a mask one. Shenzhen was a quest, and that's it. So we'll hang on to them. That didn't reduce our thing very much. Okay. Alright. Star map. And here. Wow, okay, what's this? Better be a level 3 or better, otherwise I'm gonna be mad. It's a 4. I think we'll buy another level 4. That was the one that was always in question. We can never find another one of. Okay, you got anything good for us in the other stuff? We don't have one of these, but we don't really need it. Okay, so let's start here. Not that one. I think I'd rather get redundance on level 3 or 4 Gausses, so we'll let that sit. We definitely want redundance on this, so we'll buy it. And it's discounted by being here. Ooh. 4 narc. Yeah, oh, they got multiples. Okay. Alright, so that's redundant. We got that. Okay. Ooh. That's not bad either. There goes 3 million just like that. Not a Thunderbolt, not a Thunderbolt, not a Thunderbolt, not a Thunderbolt. There's a Thunderbolt. I don't believe it. Oh my goodness. We're going to end on a high note. And it'll be discounted. And we'll be broke. But we should get a payout finally at least. Okay. So let's buy this and make sure... Watch, we're probably only going to get... like level 4 LB solid out of all this. After just having the ability to buy a couple. Okay, so it says we have 1 out of 2, so I must have been thinking Trebuchet, because I know there was a hero one we don't... Maybe it was the ability to buy... Yeah, maybe we couldn't buy the hero one. Alright, let's buy this. Get this mess cleaned up. So let's check our mechs here. Should only have 2 Thunderbolts in total now. As long as neither of them are hero ones. Yeah. Wait, Trebuchet, because we got the hero Trebuchet. Oh, they're the exact same kind. How about that? Even better. Okay. Let's wrap this up. Can't believe we finally found a Thunderbolt at random. Oh, and there's a hero mech. Go figure. Now they show it. Okay. I don't care that it needs repairs. End this job. Oh, I want to check, see what we have first. Before we do that, I want to see what it's going to give us, because it doesn't really tell us. Okay. We have a long way to go to scroll. Wait for it. Wait for it. There it is. Okay, so we have 8 3s, 2 4s, and no 5s. Oh, no, that's regular one. We got 2 3s and 2 4s. Hopefully we get an increase in 4s or maybe even a 5. I'd prefer, it seems like it should be a 5 given the complexity of that. Alright, here we go. And we're getting a 5 mil out of that. Fantastic. That was the reason I hung on to that one and wanted to get that one done. Oh, one's an SS. Oh, maybe they're not the same thing then. Okay. My client will be quite pleased, as will I. Ding. Okay, power consumption. Wasted heat, so that means things don't use as much heat. That's good. Okay, what was that? Collector. So we still got 2 more to go. Cooldown time. Weapon cooldown time. Energy cooldown time versus weapon. So this one's probably an overall, so that's like a midpoint, much like the speed one that we have somewhere in here. Okay, so that's good. We get that rolled over to level 8. That's progress. Alright, inventory check. What do we have? Check that out. We got a 5. That's good. Okay. So, if I were to roll with a 5 in my Battle Master, of course I'd always be like, can't lose that one. So at least our 4s are redundant. I could probably swap that out now and not be as concerned. And then we'll have plenty of 3s. Or 2 3s, but we'll leave that. I think we got a 3 on there right now. Oh, yeah. That's awesome. Alright, let's see what's up here at Mercer Mater. We're going Mater. Mercer Mater. Oh my goodness, Hero Atlas. We're not affording that anytime soon. Not to mention it looked like it slipped on a paint puddle. Waste my flight over here. How dare thee. Alright. Equipment. Get us another job finished. He was the SRM 2, so it doesn't have any. Ooh. 3. There's no 3. Large lasers. Gonna need some more of those. Okay. How unfortunate.
I've seen it all. Now, I want to get paid for it.
No, you haven't.
Ready for mission 3.
Let's do this, Commander. Bright and ready, Commander.
Okay, well, that was a useless flight over here. Alright, let's get back to our destination, get us set up for next week. So I think we got repairs done correct, or did I forget? No, we're good. Okay, so those other ones came out of cold storage, so that didn't affect our quarterly payment at all. We just paid out, so we still got 7 mil. So as long as we get some cash on the next mission, we'll still have some gas money. And I don't feel like sorting all this right now. I don't want to bore you on the tail end of it. I only want to bore you at the beginning. Duh. Okay, there we go. That'll get us set up to get right back into our quest next time. Let's see what kind of reward we get. Hopefully a mech of some kind. Preferably a hero one. Okay. Anything in the news? No. It's interesting. It says no recent headlines, so I wonder if we've reached the point where we've expended the game's news entries. Probably not, but... Oh, maybe we have. The last entry was 3049. And we're 4 years from there. So December, September, August, June. That's probably the last one. March, February, 47. 45, 44, 43. 43, 42. So yeah, there's been mostly incremental year changes. So that's interesting. We are now outside of game time or lore time, whatever you want to call it. So we've surpassed news entries. Never thought I'd see the day. Okay, so it looks like we did get our J-Agger. We're back up to 15 out of 25 over there. Thunderbolts. I guess one thing I could have done but didn't think to do was check the cantina now that we knocked one of those out, but we'll save that for next week. Oh boy, so the last one was tough at 75. Now we got a 80. Hopefully that'll be the end of it. But, ooh, yeah, it's probably maxed out, so tonnage limit of 400, so we'll have some work to do. Probably a good thing to start with that, because that may involve a redo or two. But anyway, I think we're good for a save, and exit. Riesling's planet. Oh. Let me do a delete just in case. I saved it wrong. We ran out of... No, we ran out of space. Oh well. Okay. That'll do it for tonight. If you are still watching, and if you have suffered through this and made it this far, please hit those likes, shares, follows, subscribes, and red pills, and of course check out the Firewall Protocol Saga. So yeah, thanks for if you managed to sit through my diatribe at the beginning, catching up on current events. And so just as a reminder, Thursday we'll be resuming our progress on Black for the Xbox. So of course the intent is to fire off at 10:30 p.m. Eastern time on Thursday. And then we'll finally be back into Mercenaries 2 once again on Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Again, barring any real-life circumstances. I mean, the intent is to go forward, and we haven't had too many crazy last-minute things that have had caused any schedules or cancellations. But that is the plan as of the moment. So I hope everybody has a fantastic one. And if you're around, we'll see you Thursday.